Welcome to the Study Lab, your brain's new best friend. Today, we're diving deep into the top 3 study tips and hacks that can fundamentally change how you approach your university classes and courses. So, grab a metaphorical cup of coffee or a real one. I won't judge. Get comfortable and prepare to supercharge your study sessions. Let's get started. First up, we have a technique that could revolutionize the way you interact with information. Active recall. It's about actively retrieving information from your brain rather than passively reviewing it. Think of it as giving your brain a workout, making it flex those memory muscles. Many of us fall into the trap of passive study, like rereading notes or highlighting textbooks. While these activities might feel productive, they often create an illusion of competence. The act of trying to remember something strengthens the neural pathways associated with that information. So how do you actually do active recall? One classic method is using flashcards. Effective flashcards have a question or a cue on one side and the answer or explanation on the other. Another powerful technique is self-quizzing. This could involve creating your own practice questions based on your lecture notes or textbook chapters. Consider the Feynman technique, which is essentially active recall supercharged with explanation. Try to teach the concept you're learning to someone else. This forces you to break down the information into simpler terms, ensuring you truly understand it. You can also practice active recall by simply closing your textbook or notes and trying to summarize a chapter or a key concept from memory. One of the most significant benefits of active recall is its ability to accurately diagnose your knowledge gaps. By identifying what you don't know, you can focus your study efforts more effectively. This method also builds genuine confidence. When you know you can recall information without looking at your notes, you feel more prepared and assured. Moreover, active recall is crucial for long-term retention. Regularly revisiting and recalling information helps cement it in your memory. Now, I'll be honest, active recall can feel harder than passive review. It requires more mental effort and can be mentally exhausting at times. But here's the secret. That feeling of effort, that desirable difficulty, is a sign that learning is actually happening. Embrace the challenge, as it means your brain is working hard to encode the information. This technique isn't just for fact-based subjects like biology or history. For conceptual subjects like philosophy or literature, you can use active recall by trying to explain key theories in your own words. This helps deepen your understanding and makes the information more relatable. For problem-solving subjects like mathematics or physics, work through problems without looking at the solution first. This forces you to engage deeply with the material and develop problem-solving skills. By regularly engaging in active recall, you shift from being a passive recipient of information to an active constructor of knowledge. This active engagement transforms your learning experience. Think about integrating active recall into your study routine from day one. Make it a habit, and you'll see significant improvements in your understanding and retention of information. Active recall helps you do both. It not only aids in remembering information, but also in truly knowing and understanding it. Enjoying the video so far? Subscribe for more academic content so you never miss any future ones. Let's get back to the video. Alright, now that we've explored the power of actively retrieving information, let's talk about when to do that retrieving for maximum impact: spaced repetition. This method is a game changer for anyone looking to enhance their long-term memory retention. At its heart, spaced repetition is a learning strategy that involves reviewing material at increasingly longer intervals. This approach ensures that the information stays fresh in your mind over extended periods. Instead of cramming information by reviewing it multiple times in a short period, you strategically space out your review sessions. This method not only helps in better retention, but also makes your study sessions more efficient and less overwhelming. This technique directly combats the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve, which illustrates how quickly we forget information if we don't actively work to retain it. Spaced repetition is our best weapon against this natural decay of memory. By revisiting information at the right intervals, we can significantly slow down the forgetting process. How does it work its magic? It leverages the spacing effect, a well-documented phenomenon in cognitive psychology. This effect shows that information is more easily recalled if learning sessions are spaced out over time. Each time you revisit information just as you're about to forget it, you signal to your brain that this particular piece of knowledge is important. This repeated signaling strengthens the neural connections associated with that information. So how do you implement spaced repetition in your own studies? The key is to plan your review sessions in advance and stick to the schedule. One classic manual method, especially for flashcards, is the Lightner system. This system uses a series of boxes to organize flashcards based on how well you know each one. However, we live in a digital age, and there are fantastic tools that automate this process. These tools can make spaced repetition even more accessible and efficient. Apps like Anki or Quizlet use sophisticated algorithms to schedule reviews based on your responses. These apps adjust the intervals between reviews to optimize your learning. The beauty of combining spaced repetition with active recall is profound. Active recall forces you to retrieve information from memory, while spaced repetition ensures you do this at the most effective times. Spaced repetition tells you when to engage in active recall. This combination maximizes your learning efficiency and retention. One of the major benefits of spaced repetition is its incredible efficiency. You can cover more material in less time and retain it for longer periods. This means you can often learn more and retain it for longer in less overall study time compared to traditional methods like cramming. This efficiency can lead to better performance and less stress. This naturally leads to a significant reduction in pre-exam stress. Knowing that you have a solid grasp of the material can boost your confidence and reduce anxiety. Spaced repetition is versatile and can be applied to various types of information. Whether you're studying for a history exam or learning a new language, this technique can be incredibly beneficial. It's obviously great for vocabulary, historical dates, or scientific formulas. These types of information benefit greatly from repeated exposure over time, but it's also highly effective for understanding and remembering complex concepts, definitions, and even procedural steps. This makes it a powerful tool for a wide range of subjects. The key is to break down the information into manageable chunks that can be actively recalled and then scheduled for review. This approach makes even the most daunting subjects more approachable. The long-term vision for spaced repetition extends far beyond just passing your next exam. It's about building a foundation for lifelong learning and continuous improvement. It's a technique for lifelong learning. By incorporating spaced repetition into your study habits, you can continue to grow and retain knowledge throughout your life. Ultimately, spaced repetition empowers you to take control of the forgetting curve. You can manage your learning more effectively and ensure that important information stays with you. It acknowledges the natural tendencies of our memory and provides a systematic, scientifically backed way to work with our brains, not against them. This alignment with our cognitive processes makes learning more natural and effective. So, embrace the power of strategic intervals. Plan your study sessions thoughtfully and stick to your schedule. Combine it with active recall, and you'll unlock a learning system that is not only highly effective, but also deeply rewarding. This approach can transform your study habits and lead to greater academic success and personal satisfaction. Finally, let's talk about a strategy that isn't just about what or how you study, but about how you manage your focus and energy during those study sessions, the Pomodoro technique. This method is not just a productivity hack, it's a way to transform how you approach your work and study habits. Developed by Francesco Cirillo in the late 1980s, the Pomodoro technique is built around a core idea. Break down your work into short, timed intervals, traditionally 25 minutes in length, called pomodoros, separated by short breaks. This simple yet effective method can revolutionize the way you handle tasks. Here's the basic mechanics. You choose a task you want to work on. It could be anything from reading a chapter of a textbook to writing an essay, or even organizing your study notes. You set a timer for 25 minutes. This is your dedicated work period, where you focus solely on the task at hand. You work on that single task with intense focus, no multitasking, no distractions until the timer rings. This period of concentrated effort is key to making significant progress. Then, and this is crucial, you take a short break, typically 5 minutes. This break is essential for maintaining your energy and focus. During this break, you genuinely step away from your work. Stretch, grab a drink, or take a quick walk to refresh your mind. After 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer break, say 15 to 30 minutes. This longer break helps you recharge more fully, preparing you for the next round of focused work. Why 25 minutes? It's a Goldilocks duration for many, long enough to make meaningful progress on a task, but short enough that maintaining intense focus feels achievable. This balance is what makes the Pomodoro technique so effective. The 5-minute break is just as important as the focused work interval. It allows your brain to rest and reset, which is crucial for sustained productivity. This mental reset helps you come back to the next Pomodoro refreshed and ready to focus again, preventing mental fatigue and maintaining a higher quality of attention over longer periods. It's like giving your brain a mini vacation. One of the most powerful aspects of the Pomodoro technique is its ability to combat procrastination. By breaking tasks into manageable chunks, it makes starting less daunting. That initial hurdle of just getting started can be immense. But knowing you only have to work for 25 minutes can make it easier to begin. But committing to a single 25-minute Pomodoro on a task you've been avoiding often breaks the inertia. Once you start, you'll often find it easier to continue. It also dramatically improves your focus by training your ability to resist distractions. This focused work period helps you build the habit of deep concentration. During a Pomodoro, your commitment is to that one task. This single task focus is what makes the technique so powerful. If an internal distraction, a random thought, or an external one, a notification, arises, you make a quick note of it and immediately return to your task. This way, you acknowledge the distraction without letting it derail your focus. The Pomodoro technique can also be a valuable tool for task estimation and planning. By tracking how many Pomodoros a particular type of task typically takes, you get a better sense of how to plan your study schedule. By tracking how many Pomodoros a particular type of task typically takes, you get a better sense of how to plan your study schedule. This can help you allocate your time more effectively. While the classic Pomodoro uses a 25-minute work interval, feel free to experiment and find what works best for you. Some people find that slightly longer or shorter intervals suit their work style better. What about tools? You don't need anything fancy. A simple kitchen timer, tomato-shaped or otherwise, the timer on your phone, or one of the many dedicated Pomodoro apps and websites will do the trick. The key is to find a tool that you find easy and convenient to use. The Pomodoro technique is particularly effective for large, complex projects like writing a research paper or preparing for a comprehensive exam. Breaking these big tasks into smaller, manageable chunks makes them less overwhelming. The psychological benefits are also significant. Completing a Pomodoro gives you a sense of accomplishment, which can boost your motivation and reduce stress. Think about how the Pomodoro technique can help you manage your energy, not just your time. By balancing focused work with regular breaks, you can maintain a steady level of productivity without burning out. And there you have it, 3 powerful, research-backed strategies: active recall spaced repetition and the Pomodoro technique. Thanks so much for watching and for joining me on this dive into smarter studying. If you found these tips helpful, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you know someone else who's navigating the challenges of university study, please share this video with them. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice night and good night.